What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning into the video. My goal is self-sufficiency and to harvest all the food that I can for me and my family. And with that in mind, this year in 2022, I have challenged myself to harvest 1,000 pounds of food between gardening, fishing, and hunting. Week by week, I'm going to weigh and then log my harvests, and then at the end of the week bring the results to you guys, and hopefully by the end of the year I can get to 1,000 pounds. So thanks again for tuning in the video. This is week 2's harvest. It's Monday, January 10th. Look at these pigeon peas, beautiful. Let's see if we've got any eggs. We've got 4. I didn't check yesterday because I spent the day hunting. So I need to weigh up these 4 eggs added to the challenge for week 2. All right, we got the 4 eggs. Scale zeroed out. Nine ounces on the dot. So we got 4 eggs, January 10th, 2022. 9 ounces. All right, it's Tuesday, January 11th. I'm in the 2nd week of my 1,000-pound challenge, and today I'm gonna harvest some of these Royal Burgundy bush beans. Did a little video about them yesterday on my YouTube channel. You could see we've got some nice beans, and these things are still full of flowers and little tiny beans. You can see that right there. I really don't expect to harvest a whole mess load of beans today. Might not even be enough for a whole meal, but if not, then I'll have to harvest again in a couple days. The idea is just to get the bigger beans off the plant so the plant can put more energy into making more beans. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these harvested and then show you guys what we got. All right, so that's not a bad little bit of beans there. There's still a good amount that just were close, but decide to let them go, you know, another day or two. And then again, like I said, there's just tons of flowers and young beans growing in. So I imagine in the next couple days I should be able to get another harvest. Let's go tour the garden, see what else we can't get. Well, my tomatoes are doing exceptionally well, and I've been waiting so patiently for them to start ripening, and it just has not happened yet. And it looks like now, in the wind that we've been having the past 24 hours, that a green mater has fallen off of this Cherokee Purple. Nothing goes to waste though, so that'll turn into a little fried green tomato snack. But man, some of these tomatoes are just putting in work over here. Can't wait till they start ripening. Crazy. And it's the winter time, if you'd call it that. Can't wait till they start getting ripe, guys. And I guess while I'm out here, I might as well go ahead and check and see if they've already laid eggs today. And it looks like they have. So now I got my 2 eggs. Take those inside as well. See what they weigh. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and harvest these ripe chilies off this plant here so I can dry them and make my own chili flakes. All right, we got a few different things to weigh up. Got the Royal Burgundy bush beans. That's not a bad amount of beans right there. I got this green tomato that unfortunately came off the plant, but we will eat it. We've got these hot chilies. I also picked a chocolate habanero and some of these Trinidad Moruga scorpions, and I got a couple eggs. So let's see what it all weighs. Get the scale turned on. It's at 0. Let's weigh these bush beans. And they come out to 5.8 ounces. Not a whole lot, but every bit counts. Back to 0. Let's weigh up this green tomato. 4.8 ounces. All right. Now let's go to the chilies. Now I don't really know how hot these are, but I'm hoping they're hot enough to make red pepper flakes out of. I guess I'll eat this one. All right, so turns out those little peppers are pretty hot. I think they're gonna make some great chili flakes. So for the hot chilies, we have 2.2 ounces. And now let's see what we got for the eggs. For today's eggs, 4.5 ounces. Let me get everything logged in. All right, so today's eggs, 4.5 ounces. Royal Burgundy, 5.8 ounces. Green tomato, 4.8 ounces. And hot peppers, 2.2 ounces. Well, guys, we're gonna check for eggs. Let's see, we got the 2. And I'm gonna come over here. And I think the only thing I'm gonna harvest today is a little bit of kale for a smoothie. Not that there's nothing that I could harvest, obviously. There's plenty that I could harvest. Bunch of greens, bunch of pigeon peas. Really, there's all kind of stuff. There's some star fruit. It's not quite ready yet. There's really no sense in harvesting just to harvest and to hike up my numbers for the week. You know, little by little, I'll reach the goal, I believe. So for now, I'm just gonna harvest some kale, and then we'll go inside and weigh everything up. All right, I've got 3 nice pieces of red Russian kale and 2 eggs. I'm gonna go in the house and see what it weighs. All right, so let's weigh the kale first. It's only 3 pieces. I don't expect it to be very much. 2.6 ounces, so 0 pounds, 2.6 ounces. All righty. And then let's weigh the eggs. 4.3 ounces. Yes, 4.3 ounces, a tad lighter than yesterday. It is January 13th, and 2 or 3 days ago, I don't remember off the top of my head, I harvested some of these Royal Burgundy bush beans, and I left a good bit of beans on there that were almost ready. Let them get a little bit bigger, and as you can see, there's definitely some more beans to harvest. And I still have the beans I harvested the other day. So I'm gonna harvest the beans that are ready today, so that way I can cook up a nice supper with a side of beans. So this will be the first harvest of today. Let me get into it. Well, that's the bean harvest for today. Very similar to what I harvested the other day. So with the 2 harvests together, that should make a pretty decent little meal. And then once again, you know, there's still plenty of small beans all over the plant, along with plenty of flowers. So hopefully next week we should definitely get some more beans off these plants. Now I want to go harvest some kale. So I'm going to be making a meatloaf tonight, and I'm going to make a side of beans, and then I'm also going to make a hash with sweet potatoes that I grew along with some kale. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest some of this kale, and then we'll get on to check and see if we've got any eggs. So I got myself a nice little handful of kale there to go along with my beans, but there was also some kale that just didn't make the cut. So I went ahead and gave it to the chickies. And you know, I'm not going to weigh that up because obviously we're not going to eat that, and I don't think that would be fair, but at least it doesn't completely go to waste, I guess. Let's see if they've got any eggs for us. All right, today's 2 eggs. Now let's go inside and weigh everything up. All right, so the first thing I weigh up are these Royal Burgundy bush beans. Looks like we've got 4 ounces on the dot, so less than the other day, but still together, they should make a good side. Now let's weigh up this kale here, see what we got. 11.3 ounces. And then last but not least, let's check what these 2 eggs weigh. 4.6 ounces. Perfect. All right, today is Friday, January 14th, and I'm coming right to the end of week 2 in my 1,000-pound challenge. Technically tomorrow is the end, but I'm gonna be hunting all day tomorrow. We got some nice cool weather coming in, so this will be the end of the week for me. I have a ridiculous amount of pigeon peas on this tree, as you can see here, and they come back over here. If you can see all these pigeon peas, the other trees are full as well. And there's a dish that I want to cook over the campfire this weekend with pigeon peas and some of the wild hog meat that I've been harvesting. So I'm gonna go ahead, and if you can hear this, these you know, a lot of them are still soft, but there's a bunch of them that are already drying out, and you can see even the ones that are soft. I don't know if you could see that in the sun. They've got nice plump pigeon peas in there. But if we come over here to the other tree, there's actually a lot more that are already dried out. So I'm gonna go ahead and harvest a bunch of these dried pigeon peas, and then like here, and then I'm gonna go see if there's any chicken eggs. So let me get to picking these, and then I'll check back in with you. All right, this is a really tiny harvest when it comes to pigeon peas anyways. You know, as I showed you, the trees are absolutely full. I mean, hell, here's another tree that's got pea pods all over it. So later on, when it's time to really do, you know, a nice big harvest on those trees, it'll provide so many more peas than just this. But this will be good for me because I'm just going to be cooking one meal for myself in the woods, and I don't need leftovers. So that'll be fantastic. We got the 2 eggs for the day. Now I'm gonna go inside. I'm actually gonna shell these peas to be fair, because when you buy dried peas at the store, they don't come with shells. So I don't wanna weigh the shells to be fair for this weigh-in. But if I do get the hankering to harvest some fresh peas at some point, I will weigh them with the shells on, just because the only time that I've ever seen fresh peas for sale at a farmer's market, they do come with the shells on. So I think that that's fair. All right, let me go inside, shell these peas, and then we'll weigh everything up. All right, I got all these peas shelled here, and some of them are more green, some of them are more dried, but that's all right. And I got a decent little amount for just myself, especially considering the small amount of peas that I harvested compared to what's on the tree, so I'm pretty happy with that. This will be the final weigh for week 2, and I am going to start with the peas. Let's see what we got. .1 ounces. And then we got 2 eggs. Let's see. 4.7 ounces. Alrighty. I didn't pull in a whole lot of weight this week, but I'm gonna add everything up and see what the total is. All right, so it's the end of week 2, and these are the official weigh-ins. For greens harvested, we've only got 13.9 ounces. For eggs harvested, we've got 1 pound and 11.1 ounces. And for other fruits and veggies harvested, we've got 1 pound and 5.9 ounces. So 13.9 ounces, 1 pound, 11.1 ounces, and 1 pound and 5.9 ounces. Altogether, that's 3 pounds and 14.9 ounces. When you subtract that from the 961 pounds and 7.81 ounces that we had after last week's weigh-in, that leaves us still with 957 pounds and 7.1 ounces to go. I didn't really harvest that much this week. I'm definitely going to need to step it up the next couple weeks to make up for it. So thank you guys for watching. Stick around and let's continue with this adventure.